Yo, what's up, FTB boys? How you guys doing? Happy almost Thanksgiving. It's Coach Zach here. Listen, I've been meaning to send this video out to talk a little bit about the off season, but be honest with you, we've been kind of chilling out a little bit and trying to recuperate after a long baseball season. We had just an outstanding year this year, guys. We had a great fall to start our 13U year off. Really proud of you guys. What I wanted to talk a little bit about on this one was, what does our off season look like now that we're not together? Probably not going to be back together until probably early January. So really the workouts, I think Coach Cliff did a great job of summarizing for you guys in that last text message. It's really important that you start to work out on your own. And, what does that really look like? Well, Coach Cliff mentioned a little bit in his message about the Perfect Game All-State tournament. So our four boys that made the All-State team played amazing out there. But I think one of the takeaways that every single one of them realized after that tournament was that we needed to be more athletic. Even our biggest guy out there, Mason, was not near as athletic as some of these other boys out there. Like Luca, Luca was super skinny, even Ethan. And what it really showed was that, it's time for us to really start working out, hitting the gym and starting to get stronger. Now, that's different for all of us because we're all in different phases of our growth spurts. But, I'll give you some examples. I've got Luca and Brody right now working out 3 days a week. They're doing an hour Monday, Wednesday, Friday with a training company called Trident, where they do half of the hour is lifting and then the other half of the hour is speed training. I love that. I think it's great to get some speed training in, and the lifting is not really heavy lifting. It's more just to get you guys used to handling weight and do a lot of rotational type lifting stuff, and not necessarily heavy weight lifting as of yet, because I think you guys are still a little young for that. Nothing's has to be perfect, right? You can do it at home on your own. You can go to a local gym, get a trainer. It really doesn't matter how you do it. You just got to be doing something. There's plenty of workouts that you guys can find online. Just start doing. But like I said, the biggest thing was that we took away from that trip to Houston at the PG All-State was the kids that were really advanced were just look like men. We're just athletes already and more developed than our boys. So like I said, I've got my boys working hard. They're drinking protein drinks after they work out. They're taking protein. They're actually taking a little creatine every day. It's up to you guys how you want to do it, whatever your parents feel comfortable with. But it just all depends. But I've got both my boys working out really hard right now. They're focused on their body, and we're focused less on baseball. So Luca and Brody right now, I gave them an entire month off. So we stopped playing the PG All-State, I think it was like November 10th, so I'm giving off till December 10th. They don't have to pick up a bat if they don't want. I do have them throwing 2 to 3 times a week. I've gone back and forth with that. I used to give them, completely off for an entire month at the end of the year. A lot of stuff I've been reading says it's actually not great for you to stop throwing completely. Some of the stuff I've read they said like some of the tendons in your elbow start to tighten up, which is not a great thing. So I've now gone to the idea that I'm having them long toss 2 to 3 times a week just in the yard. It's going to be cold. Just have them bundling up and just long toss them a little bit if they can. If we can get indoors and throw, once or twice a week, that also works too. But just make sure you're doing something, guys. I would say you should probably start swinging the bat if you stopped. Like I said, my boys completely stopped. We haven't picked up a bat since All-State and given them at least 30 days off. But you don't have to do that, right? It's not the same for everybody, and you can do whatever you like. If you want to keep hitting 5 days a week, I don't think there's personally anything wrong with that, as long as you just don't burn yourself out, right? That's the key. It is a long off season. We don't play another game until March, which is like 4 months away. So you just got to be careful that you don't burn yourself out, because you're going to be putting a whole year in. So once we do start hitting a little bit, we're going to start doing a lot of tee work. I'll start submitting some drills to you guys. My boys are going to start hitting right around December 15th. We did the same thing last year. We started December 15th and we hit 5 days a week for the entire year, all the way through till we stopped at PG All-State on November 10th of this year. So I felt that it was great for them. They got a ton better this year, way better than they did in prior years, and just became much more consistent hitters. So I would suggest you guys do the same. Try to pick up a bat at least 3 to 5 days a week, starting maybe December 15th. If you want to wait till January 1st, whatever, I don't think it's that big of a deal, but make sure you do something. You can always do some infield work too. If you have a wall in your garage, Put your knees on a towel and do, the ground balls where you go front, you go backhand and through the ball, and then forehand and through the ball. You could always stand up and do some drills like that too if you're throwing out, like, say, a racquetball or a tennis ball off the wall, or if you have a refrigerator in your garage or whatever. Just make sure your parents don't get mad at you wherever you do it. Don't put holes in the walls. And then, like pitchers, you can start to do some drills. There's plenty of drills online that you can do as a pitcher to work on form, to work on stride. There's some great drills, towel drills that you can look up. YouTube's a great resource for that kind of stuff. Find a pitching guru that puts out some good content and pick some drills to work on. But I think the main thing, guys, is it's okay. If you want to take some time off, it's okay, and just work on your bodies. Don't stop doing anything. I mean, play another sport. Make sure you're working on your bodies. I think you should definitely start lifting weights and do some sort of a weight program. If you can, make sure you get, if you can, get a trainer, at least get somebody to teach you how to lift. Don't do it cold turkey. But I think from my standpoint, we learned a lot from that trip about, like I said, about athleticism. And I think that's the big thing that we're working on this year. I'm going to try to have my boys lift 3 days a week, even through the year next year, because I think that's important. If they're going to want to compete as freshmen for the varsity high school job, they're going to have to, build up their bodies and get bigger as well. So, but if you guys have any questions, don't be afraid to send some messages in the chat. Make sure you guys are talking, send messages in the chat. Hey, this is what I'm doing. This is what I'm doing. Some of you guys are doing a great job posting stuff on Instagram, some of the workouts you're doing. I got to start posting some of my boys' workouts and have them post them also, so you guys can see some of the stuff that they're doing, just to give you ideas. But hey, we miss you guys. Just want to say happy Thanksgiving, and I'm going to start to send out some more videos. Probably around December 15th is when we start hitting, try to get you guys also on the same page and get you some drills to do hitting. All right, boys. Happy Thanksgiving. Enjoy the holidays. See ya.